Have you ever wondered whether traveling after the age of 70 is still a good idea? While the allure of exploring new destinations and immersing yourself in diverse cultures remains enticing, there are significant risks that many older adults don't anticipate until they're confronted with them. As we age, both our bodies and minds undergo changes that make traveling more exhausting, unpredictable, and potentially hazardous. Many believe they can maintain the same pace they had in their younger years, but the reality is that traveling after 70 brings unique challenges. These challenges can turn a dream vacation into a stressful and even life-threatening ordeal. In this video, we will share 5 essential reasons why traveling in your 70s can be risky. From unexpected health emergencies that can catch you off guard to financial pitfalls that may drain your savings, each point will offer insights into the realities faced by older travelers. By the end of the video, you'll have a clearer understanding of why traveling at this stage of life requires extra caution. You'll also discover practical tips to help you stay safe while pursuing your passion for travel, ensuring that your journeys remain enjoyable and secure. Number 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. One of the most significant concerns when traveling after the age of 70 is the heightened risk of sudden health issues. As we age, our bodies become increasingly unpredictable, and conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can quickly escalate into emergencies that we never saw coming. While the spirit of adventure may still be strong, the physical realities often present unforeseen challenges. At home, accessing medical care is relatively straightforward. You know where to go, whom to call, and what to expect in an emergency. However, when traveling, especially to unfamiliar places or foreign countries, obtaining the right treatment can become significantly more complicated. A minor health issue that might be easily managed at home can quickly evolve into a serious, even life-threatening situation when you're far from your regular healthcare provider. Language barriers, unfamiliar medical practices, and differing healthcare standards can add layers of stress and confusion. Take, for instance, the case of Charles, a 72-year-old retired teacher who embarked on a long-awaited cruise to the Mediterranean. Midway through his journey, he experienced severe chest pain. Far from home, in a foreign country, he found himself struggling to communicate his symptoms to medical staff who spoke limited English. The local hospital had different protocols for cardiac emergencies, leaving him feeling anxious and vulnerable. The language barrier and unfamiliar healthcare system made a frightening situation even more distressing. Charles was fortunate to have travel insurance that covered medical emergencies, but navigating the process took time and energy, both of which were already in short supply due to his condition. Stories like Charles's are not uncommon among older travelers. What may seem like a minor inconvenience in familiar surroundings can become daunting when traveling. The unpredictability of health issues in later years, combined with the complexity of accessing medical care abroad, makes it essential to plan ahead. This means not only having adequate travel insurance but also researching medical facilities at your destination and knowing how to access care in an emergency. For those determined to keep exploring the world, it's vital to take proactive steps to reduce risks. Consulting with your doctor before planning a trip, packing an ample supply of medications, and carrying detailed medical information can make a difference when every moment counts. While the prospect of travel may still be exciting, recognizing and preparing for the potential health challenges after 70 is a responsible way to ensure your adventures remain safe and enjoyable. Number 2. Higher risk of infection and contamination. One of the often overlooked risks of traveling after the age of 70 is the increased exposure to bacteria, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. Crowded airports, cramped airplanes, public transportation, and unfamiliar restaurants all create environments where bacteria and viruses can thrive. For older adults, the consequences of encountering these pathogens can be far more serious than for younger travelers. While younger individuals might experience a mild cold or a brief bout of stomach discomfort as a temporary inconvenience, for seniors, even a seemingly minor infection can escalate into a more severe issue. Complications may arise, requiring hospitalization or leading to long-term health deterioration. The body's immune system naturally weakens with age, making it more susceptible to infections that might be shrugged off by someone in their 20s or 30s. Consider the experience of Margaret, a 75-year-old retired nurse who eagerly set off on a guided tour of Southeast Asia. Shortly after arriving, she indulged in some local street food that her fellow travelers recommended. Within 24 hours, she developed severe gastrointestinal distress. What started as a simple stomachache rapidly progressed into dehydration and fatigue, compounded by the humid climate. Unlike at home, where she knew which foods were safe and how to manage mild stomach issues, Margaret found herself overwhelmed in a new environment. Language barriers at the local clinic made it difficult to explain her symptoms accurately, and she felt increasingly vulnerable being so far from her usual healthcare network. Margaret's situation highlights a common challenge for older travelers. Even with prior experience in healthcare, the unfamiliarity of a new place can turn a minor illness into a significant ordeal. Public health standards and food safety practices vary greatly from country to country, and seniors may not always recognize potential hazards until it's too late. To reduce the risk, it's crucial for older adults to take preventative measures before embarking on a trip. This includes consulting with a healthcare provider to ensure vaccinations are up to date, researching food safety guidelines at the destination, and packing essential medications and oral rehydration solutions. Additionally, choosing reputable dining establishments and being cautious with street food can significantly reduce the chances of illness. For those determined to continue exploring the world, being prepared and aware of potential health risks is essential. A bit of extra caution when choosing where and what to eat can mean the difference between a memorable journey and an unexpected medical crisis. Safe travel is possible at any age, as long as proactive steps are taken to protect one's health. Number 3, travel fatigue and difficulty recovering. Traveling can be an exhilarating experience, but for those over the age of 70, the physical demands can be far greater than expected. Long flights, early check-ins, unpredictable schedules, and hours of walking can lead to fatigue that is much harder to recover from compared to younger years. The physical strain of travel, which once seemed manageable, can quickly become overwhelming as the body ages. In our youth, a good night's sleep was often enough to bounce back from a day of travel. However, as we age, fatigue can linger for days or even weeks after a trip, affecting not just physical well-being but also overall health. Prolonged tiredness weakens the immune system, reduces coordination, and increases the risk of illness or injury. For older adults, this kind of persistent exhaustion can also impact balance and mobility, leading to a greater likelihood of falls or accidents. Consider the story of Frank, a 73-year-old former engineer who had always been an avid traveler. Excited to revisit his favorite European cities, Frank meticulously planned his itinerary, including several walking tours and sightseeing excursions. However, after just a few days, the constant movement, irregular sleep, and time zone differences left him feeling overwhelmingly drained. Even simple activities like climbing a few stairs became challenging, and he found himself needing frequent rest breaks. Despite his enthusiasm, Frank realized that he had underestimated how much his stamina had changed over the years. One of the main reasons travel fatigue hits harder after 70 is that the body's ability to recover naturally slows down. Muscles take longer to bounce back from exertion, and disrupted sleep patterns during travel make it even harder to regain energy. Jet lag can last longer, and even short periods of sleep deprivation can take a significant toll on physical and mental well-being. For seniors committed to maintaining their adventurous spirit, it's essential to plan with physical limitations in mind. Allowing extra time for rest, choosing shorter and more manageable activities, and scheduling downtime between excursions can make a substantial difference. Packing light and opting for transportation options that minimize physical strain can also help preserve energy throughout the trip. Traveling in your 70s doesn't mean giving up on exploration, but it does mean being more mindful of how your body responds to the demands of the journey. By preparing for the physical challenges and listening to your body's signals, you can continue to enjoy fulfilling travel experiences while prioritizing your well-being. Number 4, higher risk of falls and injuries. One of the most significant risks associated with traveling after the age of 70 is the heightened chance of falls and injuries. As we age, our balance reflexes and bone density naturally decline, making us more prone to accidents. While traveling can be invigorating, it also presents physical challenges that may not have been an issue in younger years. Navigating uneven terrain, climbing stairs without handrails, and simply moving through crowded areas can become risky for older adults. At home, a minor fall might result in little more than a bruise or a momentary scare. However, when traveling, especially in unfamiliar settings, a fall can have far more serious consequences. A stumble in a foreign city or a slip on wet pavement might lead to fractures, prolonged hospital stays, or even permanent mobility loss. Unlike at home, where medical assistance is just a phone call away, being in a different country with language barriers and unfamiliar healthcare systems can make the situation even more daunting. Consider the experience of Helen, a 74-year-old retired librarian who was excited to explore the historic streets of Rome. While walking down a cobblestone pathway, Helen tripped and fell, fracturing her hip. Far from home and unable to communicate effectively with local emergency responders, she faced not only physical pain but also the stress of navigating a foreign healthcare system. The local hospital required upfront payment, and coordinating with her travel insurance became a complex ordeal. Helen's dream vacation abruptly turned into a medical crisis, highlighting the unpredictable nature of travel hazards for older adults. The reality is that falls become increasingly dangerous with age, as bones become more fragile and the body's ability to recover slows down. Even seemingly harmless missteps can result in significant injuries, particularly in environments where medical care may be difficult to access or understand. Recovery from a fall, both physically and emotionally, can take much longer, and the experience can significantly impact future mobility and independence. For seniors who are passionate about travel, taking preventative measures is crucial. This includes wearing supportive, non-slip footwear, using walking aids when necessary, and being cautious on uneven or slippery surfaces. Additionally, opting for travel insurance that covers emergency medical care abroad can provide a safety net. By acknowledging the increased risk of falls and planning accordingly, older travelers can still enjoy their journeys while minimizing the likelihood of injury. Being mindful of physical limitations doesn't mean giving up on exploration, it simply means preparing wisely to protect health and well-being while on the road. Number 5. Financial risks and travel insurance. One of the most unexpected risks of traveling after the age of 70 is not just related to health but also to the financial challenges that can accompany it. Many older adults assume that if something goes wrong, they can rely on insurance or personal savings. However, the reality is that unexpected medical emergencies, trip cancellations, or even financial scams can quickly deplete one's budget. It's a common misconception that standard health insurance will cover medical treatment while abroad. Unfortunately, this is rarely the case. Without specialized travel insurance, seniors may find themselves in a difficult situation when faced with sudden illness or injury. Medical evacuation, in particular, can cost tens of thousands of dollars, and without adequate coverage, these expenses often fall entirely on the traveler. Even when travel insurance is purchased, not all policies cover every scenario, leaving gaps that can prove costly. Take, for instance, the experience of Robert, a 76-year-old retired accountant who planned a month-long trip to South America. During his stay in Peru, Robert developed a severe respiratory infection, requiring hospitalization. To his shock, his regular health insurance did not cover overseas care, and his travel insurance had exclusions related to pre-existing conditions. The hospital required upfront payment, and his family had to arrange an expensive medical evacuation back to the United States. In the end, Robert's dream vacation turned into a financial burden, leaving him with bills that took years to pay off. Moreover, older travelers are often prime targets for scams, especially in tourist hotspots. Fraudsters may pose as helpful guides, offer too good to be true deals, or even pose as healthcare providers in emergencies. A seemingly minor mistake, like sharing credit card details too freely or not thoroughly researching tour companies, can lead to identity theft or financial loss. To protect themselves, seniors should thoroughly review their insurance policies before traveling, ensuring they include comprehensive medical coverage, evacuation insurance, and protection against trip cancellations. Additionally, It's wise to carry a detailed summary of coverage, know emergency contact numbers, and research the medical facilities at the destination ahead of time. Being financially prepared also means setting aside extra funds for unexpected expenses and being cautious when sharing personal or financial information while abroad. Taking these precautions can help ensure that the excitement of travel doesn't come at the cost of financial security. By planning ahead and being aware of potential risks, older adults can enjoy their journeys while safeguarding their financial well-being. Traveling can be a truly enriching experience, even after the age of 70. It offers a chance to explore new places, meet new people, and create lasting memories. However, it's important to acknowledge that traveling at this stage of life comes with challenges that not everyone anticipates. The physical demands, health risks, and potential financial pitfalls can easily turn a dream trip into a stressful ordeal if not properly prepared for. That's why careful planning, mindful decision-making, and a strong awareness of personal health are essential. Taking the time to assess your physical capabilities, secure adequate travel insurance, and prepare for potential emergencies can make all the difference in ensuring a safe and enjoyable journey. If you or a loved one is planning to travel after 70, it's crucial to consider these factors thoughtfully. Taking proactive steps not only helps prevent unexpected issues but also gives you the confidence to embrace new adventures with peace of mind. With the right precautions, traveling in your later years can still be a wonderful way to see the world and experience life to the fullest.